Hello, my dear audience. In this episode, we're gonna visit the Harpel House. For me, this masterpiece by John Lautner is the ultimate Californian pool house, with a flat roof, palm trees, large glass windows, and of course, a swimming pool. Personally, the house reminds me of a painting by David Hockney called A Bigger Splash. Both the painting and the house have a vintage feeling of an endless summer of relaxing and luxury. The design of the Harpel House has a strong similarity with the case study movement. The case study houses were built in the late 50s and early 60s. They were luxury houses that were cheaply made out of steel and glass, but with strong modernist designs. Famous architects like Pierre Koenig and Richard Neutra were involved in designs. The Harpel House can be considered as John Lautner's own version of a case study house. With a cheap construction, the Harpel House looks like a case study house. But while the case study houses always have a minimalist and straightforward design, the Harpel House creates a more warm and organic feeling, with flagstones, wooden beams, different heights in the floors, and walls that constantly shift in direction and thus breaking the straight lines. This makes the Harpel House so interesting. It's a fusion between the linear style of the case study houses and the organic style of John Lautner's mentor and teacher, Frank Lloyd Wright. From a distance, the house looks very simple, just one rectangular building with a flat roof. But once you take a closer look, you will see that the house has many interesting design features. The interior is composed like an abstract painting, and the wooden beams in the ceiling create surprising perspectives. The house is currently owned by Mark Hadawi, a person who has an excellent vintage taste. Hadawi restored many other John Lautner houses, and he brought back the interior in its original condition, complete with vintage furniture. This makes the Harpel House one of the best preserved designs by John Lautner. So, let's enter the house. The house is located in Hollywood Hills, overlooking the city of Burbank, and it is the next-door neighbor of another John Lautner design, the Camosphere. It's a great view, two masterpieces from the same architect next to each other. From the house you have a clear view of the more famous Camosphere higher on the hill. From the street, the house looks like this. Let's climb up the steep driveway. The house is much smaller than it looks, because a large part of the roof belongs to a carport. The garden behind the house is enclosed by a steep climbing hill at the other side. The roof and walls are supported by a skeleton. This skeleton consists of 23 concrete columns. The pillars are connected with each other by 48 wooden beams. Because the wooden beams are placed diagonal, the construction creates 26 triangles, or 3 hexagons and 3 half hexagons. The hexagon and triangle are a theme that returns in the smaller and larger details of the house. On this skeleton, a roof made out of timber is placed. On some places, concrete walls are connected to the concrete pillars. At the south side, the facade is mostly made out of concrete. But at the north side, the side that overlooks the valley, the entire facade is made out of huge panoramic windows that are kept in place by thin iron window frames. Some of the beams and pillars are supporting the roof, but other beams and pillars are just there for the sake of beautiness. They don't support anything. They are just there to form a pergola in the garden. On one place, a part of the roof is removed and a tree is planted, forming a small inner garden behind the bedroom. Only the bedroom, bathroom, toilet and dressing are separated rooms. The study, kitchen, dining and living area are in the same living space. At the outside of the house are 2 storage units. In the garden is a half hexagonal terrace. Under the pergola and amongst the tropical plants, we walk through the garden. And we enter the front door. The large panoramic windows make the garden part of the interior. Sometimes it is hard to see what's inside and what's not. Wooden bookcase separates the living space from the hallway, and it creates some intimacy in the sitting area. The wooden beams of the ceiling are going in different directions and creating new perspectives from every new angle. This makes the interior constantly look different from every other standpoint. The beams continuing outside and connecting the view of the interior with the view of the landscape. This creates the illusion of more space. The sitting area is half hexagonal and is on a lower level than the dining area. This creates a separated space in the same room. The wooden ceiling and the rocks of the fireplace creating a warm atmosphere, in contrast with the cold atmosphere of the concrete and glass. A hexagonal skylight provides extra sunlight in the living room. The steps of the different floor level continuing at the other side of the glass. This leads the perspective outside and makes the living room look larger than it actually is. The pavement of the terrace is made of the same flagstone as in the living room. This blurs the verge between inside and outside. The kitchen is separated from the living room by a non-removable cabinet. The study area is separated from the kitchen with a concrete wall. There are no doors on both sides of this wall. The small terrace is next to the study area. Behind the bedroom is the inner garden with a tree in it. A flagstone wall prevents looking inside from the garden. Let's now take a walk around the house. The glass walls are partially not in line with the roof. This creates a colonnade, a loggia with pillars. The hexagon returns also in the shape of the swimming pool. The garden has a magnificent view over the San Fernando Valley. This was your tour guidance. Thank you for watching and till next time. Goodbye.